Hi everyone, I wanted to walk you through Adobe Premiere. This is the video editing program we'll be using. It is used by professionals around the world. Chances are movies you've seen have been done on similar setups, and absolutely this is used by independent filmmakers, people who make commercials, all over. I have a relatively small screen. I'm working on a laptop right now recording this, so I'm going to walk you through what the interface looks like. It's called the workflow. The workflow in video editing refers to how it is you handle raw video, um, run it through an editing system, and put it out at the other end as a finished product. What I'm showing you is a project which is in progress. This is a Kickstarter video for Common Street Arts. So let me start down here. This is called the Media Browser, and the Media Browser simply shows you where all the media is that you're going to use for this project. You will see that I'm using a Mac, so it looks a little different, but it's all based on the user. That's me. And these are the files where this project is located. I have quite a few files going right now, and they range. Some are still images, like what you're seeing here. Some are video from different events. Okay. Now I can look at those very small. I can run my cursor across and I can make them move so I can see what's going on. And if I have something I want to use in my project, maybe the shot of feet, I can right click and I can import it. And now it's in my project tab. These are where all the files are that I'm actually going to use. And you will see this project is quite large. There are probably well over 231 items total. So they range from pieces of interviews to music, all kinds of things, logos, titles, all the way down to logos for my own company. I could double click one. Here's a Colby professor, and I can do anything from play it.
We've had so many wonderful programs.
I can scan through, get to the part I want. I can do what I've done here, and I can click in and out points. So of this, what is this, roughly 6 minutes, I'm using this piece right here. Okay. I can load any of my clips here, and you'll see they work really quickly. You know, they go right in. When I have something I like, I can drag it. I wouldn't drag just video, drag the whole thing, but I can drag it down to this quadrant, and this is where the project happens. In video editing world, this is called the timeline. And you build this over the course of editing the project. I can move pieces all around. I can load them in what's called the project panel. Okay, this is the program panel where I'm seeing what's currently playing. And let me just make a little room here. I can have multiple decks of video. So this project has 5 layers of video. And I currently have 3 layers of audio. I have the audio clips of people talking. I took all those clips and I worked on the volume and the quality, and I made a new track here. And I put some music in. And my task from my clients right now is to get rid of this music. They really don't like it. What they want to hear is some kind of crazy crazy music that is not like that. Some kind of Spanish music, so I need to work around and figure out what we're going to do. I can play the project as it's in progress, and for me it's simply hitting the spacebar, and you'll watch this little play. It's called the playhead, alright, that shows what's going on screen. So I'll hit the space bar, or I'll just push play.
It's a great place to
And
do
you can
arts.
see I
It's
start
a
off with
great
this
place to have
title,
fun
this young man
and do
talking.
activities and watch movies and do pottery.
It's the only alternative
We
art
go
space we
into
have.
this guy, Colby Professor,
And, we've had so many wonderful programs.
a few titles,
ranging from typical visual art shows,
and then we go into a
mixed media,
second layer of
painting,
video.
photography, as well as these film nights that we've been doing through the Cinema Studies program.
And I
We've
move
had
into
music,
another set of
live
shots that I
music,
put together.
both as part of the visual.
So over the course of making a project, and this project's been going on since about April, and it's now September. Over the course of a project, I will watch this absolutely hundreds of times. And even though I've been editing for ages right now, I have found new glitches. You'll see that his color's a little off. I need to work on the coloring of his face just a little bit so we get that a little more natural. And once I put in new music, I'll do more adjustments to the audio track here. So this is the program you're working with. It gets more complex. You'll see we have different effects we can put in, and I've used a lot of different ones here. You'll see some color corrections, whether it's making things bright or safe for TV. Even things like transitions, those things that go between clips, all things to make it smooth. We have other clips up here or other tabs up here where I can adjust things like the level of volume of a clip. This is adjusting the volume level for the song, so if I wanted to raise the volume of this song in places, I could do that or lower it. This is an audio mixer where if his voice is a little off or I want the song to do something different, I can make adjustments here. You'll see I haven't even touched this with this project. And here's another piece of that clip that's still being adjusted. So you can do quite a bit of work with this. You can see the audio. It'll appear in this box here. And you can really make incredible stuff. One of the really key things is that you can change things around. You know, if I decide I would like to close this box or I get rid of something, I can simply reset my whole workspace and make it look like it was when I started. So while you can, certainly delete projects and move things around, you can't go too wrong. One thing I want to stress, and we'll talk about this in class, is that wherever your files are, and let's see if I can pop them up for you. My files for this project are all in this folder. And you'll see I have a whole number of different folders that contain different pieces. And this takes a while to load because this is quite large. Well, one thing is that this program is really like an egg carton, okay? And all these clips are the eggs. So, whoops, we're just going to save this project, I guess. So, a part of editing is knowing where your eggs are or your clips are and deciding on one place to put them and then not moving them around. If I was to take one of these shots that's in my project, like this one, and delete it, it'll disappear from my project. If I were to move its location, perhaps put it into another folder, the same thing. Instead of a picture here of the clip, it'll just be a question mark. So one of the key things, and one thing that gets nearly everyone in trouble at some point, is moving your work around. So we'll talk about how to set up your workspace and how to keep things nice and organized so that you don't go open a project, think you're finishing it up, and then discover that you're actually missing major components. The other quick things I'll point out, you'll see there's play buttons for clips here and here, and there's a wide variety of tools here that you can use for different editing tasks. By the time we are done with the course at the end of the year, you will be able to use all these. In fact, you'll be using these tools within a few days. And you'll very quickly be creating very simple projects. That'll be our first thing. So don't be intimidated by Premiere. It's a great program. There are loads of tutorials, and I'll give you plenty more walkthroughs. I hope this quick look is helpful. Thanks.